back to my little homestead. Tonight I'm making a fairly new recipe that I discovered from a fellow YouTuber, and her name's Lisa from Farmhouse on Boone, and she makes a lot of recipes with her sourdough starter. And one of them, I gave it a try last week and really loved it, and it makes it kind of like a bread on top of anything you got, like leftover, some sort of stew, or like my nacho recipe, you could use it on top of that, or a chicken, like a chicken pie, anything like that. So I'm just going to film. It's very quick and easy. All I'm showing you how to do is just the topping, but I'll also put a link to her fabulous YouTube channel if you want to see a lot of her other great recipes. Okay, see you soon. Okay, so here I've just got some leftover chicken chili, and I'm just going to get that quite hot and then pop it into like this kind of Pyrex-y pie dish, because the secret to kind of get it to cook faster is to make sure that you have the base mixture hot and your oven hot, and it's all ready to go. So I'm just going to heat that up in a pot now. Okay, so I'm heating up the chicken chili, and now I'm just going to melt 2 tablespoons of butter, and I've got some free range eggs, and I'm going to use 3 eggs. So in the morning, I'll turn the camera down a little bit, I fed my starter. So actually what I did was I just got a ½ cup of starter, added in just over another ½ cup of organic whole grain flour, and about ½ cup of water. Mix it up, because then this will make 1½ cups of starter. So then I just have left that bubbling away all day, and I'm going to use that 1½ cups, which is going to make the sponge topping. So I'll just melt the butter and I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so now I'm just going to grate some cheese that's going to go, get sprinkled over the sourdough topping. So just any kind of cheese you've got. Now the reason I thought I would share this recipe is just I'm always excited about different ways to use my sourdough starter. And so far I think I've made pancakes. I regularly we have pizza dough with the starter. And I always make my English muffins. That's pretty much what I eat for lunch every day. So I'll just grate a little bit more cheese. Okay, that'll do. Alright, so that's going to get sprinkled on soon. So to this quite bubbly sourdough starter, we're going to add some salt. And I've actually got some herb salt, so I'm going to use some of that. It says, the recipe says a teaspoon, so I might. Oh, this smells so lovely. There we are. Pop that in. This is a really nice one. It's made of herbs and vegetables. Organic. This is my homegrown basil. I get super excited about using this. It has the most beautiful smell. So 1 teaspoon of that is going in there. Then we're going to use 2 teaspoons baking powder. Make sure I've got the right one. Yep, 1, 2, and then we're going to oopsie, I forgot to put my butter on. Okay, so I melted the butter just in this teeny wee fry pan. So I'm just going to pour that into the starter and crack in 3 eggs. And I'll just check the recipe, make sure I've got everything. Yes, okay, so just using a fork, just mix that all up. It's quite runny, how it was last time I did it. And it all worked, so I have faith that it's going to work and be fabulous again. Okay, so I'm just mixing all of that up. It has a real lovely kind of sourdough flavour to it. I'm pouring the chilli into my dish. Spread it all out. So this, I think I was going to actually share this recipe for this wonderful chicken chili. Maybe I just haven't made the video for it yet. Okay, so just level it out and then pour over this wonderful mixture. It's already puffed up because that warm melted butter has activated the baking powder. Get a scraper and get the rest of that out. It puffs up quite a lot and it has a really lovely light bready sort of texture and a really lovely sourdough taste. So if you really like that kind of strong sourdough taste, which I do, you will love this. Okay, so now we're just going to finish that off with some grated cheese sprinkled over the top. Oh, yum. And then that's going to go in the oven for about 25 minutes to bake that bready top layer. So then I'll bring you back when it's all done. I'm just going to prepare a little salad. We're in mid-autumn here in New Zealand, and our tomatoes are just finishing off. They're just little now, and so a couple little cucumbers, those Lebanese cucumbers, still growing, and we've still got quite a lot of this beautiful oak leaf lettuce. So I'm just going to make us each a little salad for our dinner to go with that lovely sourdough, what would you call it? I'm not really sure actually, sourdough kind of a pie. But what I like about it is it's a lot less fat than in a pastry. And next time I make it, I'm even going to try using less fat. I'm going to try only using 1 tablespoon of butter. You can use coconut oil if that's the sort of thing you like to do. I don't really use coconut oil much in cooking. I don't really like that coconutty flavour, especially in savoury things. We just pile up these veggies. We've had some lovely weather here lately, which has been really nice in our lockdown environment. So we've been slowly painting bits of our house, and because we've got a very old villa. It was built in 1880, and he's slowly painting it. So we started on one of the big windows out the front, and so we spent a few days over Easter just sanding it and priming it and filling up any holes or bits and pieces that needed doing. And sadly one of the glass panes got broken, but our lovely neighbour next door, who's a builder, he's going to help us get it fixed because he's got access to that old glass, so that's a wonderful blessing. Alright, so I'm just going to sprinkle, grate a wee bit of parmesan over the top. Where is my little parmesan grater? There it is. And I've been just doing a little bit of work in the veggie garden, because we've got raised beds, and some of them, they were probably built about 8 years ago now, and over time the wood just starts to get a little bit warped, but the beds were just getting a little bit depleted. So I've been putting a lot more compost into them and putting some pea straw on top. I call it tucking them in for winter. Just getting them all ready, and manure and all sorts of goodies have been dug into them. And then a couple of the beds have got vegetables. I've got kale. Maybe I'll take you outside and show you. There's that apple tree. You probably remember it from the spring garden tour. And it's all just finishing off now. The leaves are turning yellow. All the fruit that's remaining, I just leave it for the birds because it's all flowery. And wow, it's not too bad. But I've got a lot of it in cold storage in the fridge. And there's the Granny Smiths. There's still quite a few on there that I can pick. But down here it's mostly just falling apples that the birds have picked or something. Oh, one of those pears must have fallen off. It did. Look. One of the pears has fallen down here. Great, that must mean it's finally ready. They've taken forever, but man alive, is that a whopping big pear. So that one too must be ready shortly, so I'll be able to pick it. And my lovely lemon verbena, I didn't actually pick any more of it this year because I've got plenty of it. But this is what I wanted to show you. These are the beds I've been working on. So I did this one first in the spring. So we've still got some tiny wee cucumbers down here that are growing. And silver beet, or Swiss chard some people call it, and parsley, and I've little lettuces in there, and more lettuces. There's those oak leaf lettuces, and kale. I planted that kale just a couple of weeks ago. And that box there is one that I need to get on with. That's the kind of state of it before I give it a good dose of more manure and compost. So this is the one I just did the other day. And it's got some chives here, and I transplanted some of these cornflowers because there's another part of the back part of our old house, and I just made a lovely garden. We've got to put some more baseboard trellis along there, but I made a lovely garden, flower garden down here with these lots of lavenders and geraniums, all sorts of geraniums, some lovely violets, and a really lovely little rose my dad gave me. He was pulling out roses, so I said I'd love to have it. I think it's called Fairy. So has a pretty wee pink flower, so we'll have a wee look at that in the spring. And there's irises, lots more lavender. I think it's called Lavender Lady. And there's just other ground spreading ones, chrysanthemums. What's that? Alstroemeria, that has a lovely salmony coloured flower. And another pretty rose. And some penstemon. And that is actually, I just cut that back. It's a hydrangea. And there's some more cornflowers. They've just self-seeded, so I transplanted them. Okay, the sourdough topped pie is all done. Look how lovely and good it looks. So I'll stir that a bit in a minute. So tonight we've got some of the homemade sauerkraut, some green beans and salad, which was mostly from the garden. So we'll just spoon up a little bit of this pie and see what it looks like. Oh, it's so yummy. So you can see it's just a really lovely bready kind of topping. I just don't really know what you would compare it to. Yeah, because I don't sort of know anything else that's quite like this pie. But it's very filling, and it would feed quite a lot of people and very inexpensive. So I hope you enjoyed this little video. It's a little bit impromptu, but I just wanted to share it with you. So that's a lovely chicken or sourdough topping, savoury sourdough topping for any kind of leftovers really that you might have in your freezer that you just want to put something on instead of reaching for pastry. Yet another way to use your sourdough starter. Okay, God's blessings to you all. Bye for now.